buddy?
Please.
I don't know.
Please.
Man, you can't even wait until it's on sale for like $20.
No.
This is the first area of the overworld.
Like, why?
Because modded zombies is fun as fuck.
We're gonna go talk to Grandma.
But like $20.
Sir, I will pay you $20 extra.
But like $20.
Dude,
They're like $20.
it's not gonna be on sale for $20 for a fat minute, I guarantee.
I don't know, it actually comes on sale quite a bit.
Yeah, but never when I want it to be.
For door to open. But the good thing is that we have a couple of like errands we have to run while we're waiting for that. So we're gonna make some really good use of in-game time while we wait for that instead of just standing there. What's awesome about none is if you look at our chair.
Man, and I have to buy the Zombies Chronicles edition, don't I?
It's the only edition available.
Seen the tiger. I've played this game 1,000 times. You look on the back of her chair.
I'm gonna run off of like $60 for this month. No. I give myself like a limited amount to fucking spend.
Well, I will cash app you once I get
It's
paid,
fine.
so...
Speaking of, let's go. We have a $250 donation from the Flying Monkey S. Oh yeah, let's go.
Alright, let's see. It's going at 400 megabytes. It's going at 500 megabytes. 518, 550, almost 600, 620, 650, 660, 680, 700.
Then there's a shit ton of mods on the workshop that you should look at.
Boy, is there at least a Simpson one?
Dude, there's a shit ton of them.
Good. I was like, I better have fucking gone my money's worth. Fucking Simpsons modded pack. Cheese cubed? Wait a second.
We're not interested in the middle upgrade, and part of the reason for that is because we take when collecting an item. Meaning, in 100%, you have to collect the item from its intended place. But because we only care about the max upgrade, we don't care how we get the middle wallet. We only care about how we get the final wallet, as long as that's from the front. So the wallets in this game, if you're unfamiliar, are received from two locations. One is a spider house.
I had a mod menu like way back when I played this, so I have like 6 million liquid divinium on my account.
How it's gonna work is we're gonna actually delay. We're gonna do something called collection delay, and it's gonna allow us to receive the wallet.
Oh shit, that's what I forgot to do. I forgot to go get fucking booze, dude. I was about to get shit faced today.
You forgot to get booze, you dumbass.
Like, literally, I was about...
to buy booze?
Give me 5 seconds to do it.
I take it from work.
So this RNG is really bad,
Oh.
so...
Seriously?
Yeah.
Awesome.
There's so much fucking open booze that I can just take.
You lucky bastard. You're gonna be fired so quick.
Maybe. It's really easy to sneak out with shit. That's the thing, though.
Okay, I'm going to put my headset on the charger for a second. Give me a second, like, probably like 5 minutes.
I'm gonna moan into the mic as loud as possible when you do it.
Well, my headset turns off while it's on the charger, so.
Fuck you.
One of my viewers, Miri, $10 odds on a bet if I swear. They're gonna. If I don't swear the entire run, they're gonna spend $1,000 on the marathon. Let's just go. Heck yeah. We got 5 hours. But if I do swear, I owe 100. So keep an eye on me.
No heckin' swears.
we're just gonna watch. Hey, give us some donuts.
I was about to say non-skippable cutscene. Oh boy. Here's a name you might recognize. Lock Babe donates $500. Oh, hey, Majin Phil. It's
I can play with a shit ton of fucking anime girls.
no problem. Lock. Joseph Barber donates $50 and says, I have always loved the Zelda series, and Majora's Mask is my favorite. I got a tattoo of the mask. Phil's also one of the streamers who I can watch for hours on end and not get bored. Thanks for all that you do. Thanks for putting up with me. You're welcome. Oh, you meant the donut. Got it, yep. Big donates $50 and says, hi, Phil, Kyle, Auntie, and Pope Pig here. Good luck on the run and try to avoid being killed. I hope I said that right. So if you pick Blue Dog first try, I'll donate another $50. I have to pick the Blue Dog never wins. Yeah, fun fact actually is that the Blue Dog can't win because he has a.
So should we lose the blue dog on purpose for $50?
I mean, if you're on Baseball Red, yeah, he's got like a negative.
Say the word, I'll do it.
In my opinion, I think you could probably milk it for a little bit more than $50.
Dude, we're gonna have $100 on the blue dog. We're just gonna lose the dog race. Cool. So normally this would be enough to get out of cycle 1 with 101 rupees, and then we pick up the rest later. If we're doing this wallet dupe glitch, I gotta take another trip over here, and there's a rupee chest that's only available on day 3, and it's not in. And gonna max it out again at 99 real quick.
So you're going to take him up here. He's going to do a side hop on the ledge next to the banker. And for some reason, that side hop allows the collection delay glitch to happen in the first place. Yeah, after this, we're going to be out of the dungeon phase area.
By the way, this run after this part, and at like the 20-minute mark, it's going to. It just explodes.
It's pretty fast. Yeah.
There's crazy stuff that's gonna happen. It just becomes complete opposite of what you're saying. This cutscene you can't skip. You have to watch this. It's the most powerful cutscene in video games, I'm pretty sure.
Non-skippable
Like,
cutscene.
it just destroys every attempt at trying to skip it.
Oh boy. They donate.
They just wants me to lose time.
Hey man, if you can't skip the cutscene, I can't help you, alright? So, I'm just gonna get through this donation real quick. I'm just gonna need you to be quiet for half a second and let me read this, okay? Thank you. FoxDie42 donates $10, says, favorite runner, favorite run, favorite game. Can't wait to chill with Phil for 5 hours after a grueling shift at work. $10 now, $10 more for each try in the dog race, and $50 more for a first try dog race. Interesting. Let's do this, Phil. Donations go to Phil's choice.
Got it. Nice. Alright, so that's good. You just got the wallet without the game knowing.
Just don't press.
We're good. So the reason that happens
The fuck is that?
Alright, Patch, are you ready?
Oh, you got this upgrade is actually the text box after you receive the wallet when you are before you're able to move. Also, this is a gainer. It skips the entire bomber's kit. I think second try. Pretty easy. So yeah, so now we have the wallet, and then next time when I play Song of Time, the game's not going to think we have a wallet, and I'll get the other one much later. I probably don't get it till like the 3rd hour of the run. We don't need it.
Excuse me? What was that? Oh, non-skippable cutscenes?
Patty.
That's my favorite series of words in that specific order. $50 from D-Sims. Always love to see the Majora's Mask run. Good luck, and hope you don't meet terrible fate. Another $25 from Anonymous, this time with a comment. Ooh. Majora's Mask always gave me nightmares as a child. Good timing. Thankfully, I had a used copy of the game that had a 100% file on it that allowed me to, quote, beat the game in the parts that didn't.
It ain't done.
Thought your internet was fast.
Okay, it's at 50%. Literally, within the time span, it has gained 45.6 gigabytes. Okay? Calm your fucking man tits.
I thought your internet was fast. I'm sorry.
Okay, right now it's going at 616, never mind, 20 megabytes per second. It likes to hop around.
He said, never mind, 20 megabytes a second.
Not 20, 620. But either way.
Just speaking of drama queen again, it's really not that bad. It's just all superficial. Maybe a little bit of internal bleeding, but you know. Super quick bad payments. And currently estimating to be around 2.5 right now. Even though it looks like the NGQ anything whatsoever, it kind of feels like you're trying to like just feel like their release is cheers, but it looks like it's the same one. It does. When you actual push out the perception then but some of this it's smooth as an training doesn't even feel like because you just got no energy and you can't even get a pump. I'd be extremely hot. I even have to wake up 2 to 3 times per night to get some punch. And that's even if I can get a good night's sleep because the sleep quality has you're hungry all the time because your body is basically in a state of starvation, never satisfied, all food, eat, and again, it may seem like a one joke, like my opinion, that I was good at using it anyways. It was like super
The fuck?
PewDiePie hasn't grown at all in the last year. This is because he's always losing and gaining the same amount of subscribers, which is keeping him at 111. This isn't because people have stopped liking him, it's because one, he's slowed down, he's not uploading as frequently as he used to, and number two is that the content has switched genres so many times over the past few years that it's left subscribers not knowing what to expect. So with just 2.5 million views per video on average, which isn't bad, right? That roughly equates to 2% of his total subscribers. If we compare that to someone like Mr. Beast, who has 44 million subscribers in front of him, he has a whopping 146 million views on average per video, which is around 94% of his total subscribers, which is just insane. So while he may not have the same engagement rates as Mr. Beast, PewDiePie seems
No, bruh, just think about it. The fucking PewDiePie versus T-Series was in freshman year.
Yeah, this is because he's always losing and gaining the same amount of
That's
subscribers, which is
fucking... That feels like too long ago.
Really wonderful. You're in the thick of your
Hmm.
Do you know what this is? You're actually probably using one of these right now to watch this video or watch other videos on the internet. This is a fiber optic cable. There are two versions, single mode, multi-mode. What's the difference? Easiest way to demonstrate this is connect a light to the cable. You can see that light is traversing through this cable. These cables are typically made out of glass, so you shouldn't actually bend them like this. But I just want to show you how the light traverses the cable. Notice when I bend the cable, the signal doesn't change much on a single mode fiber, but in a multi-mode fiber, it will. In multi-mode, signals are bouncing around the cable, whereas in single mode, they go right through the middle. Notice the difference there. Notice what happens when I just move the cable slightly. Single mode allows you to go a lot further. As an example, there are cables that connect, for instance, Europe to the USA. Multi-mode typically uses LEDs, much shorter distances, but is much cheaper, hence used a lot in businesses. Do you know what this is? You're actually probably using one of these right now to watch this video or watch other videos on the internet. This people think it's really hard to get up really late, and it's actually not. Like all your there has been steps scientifically and analytically. Waking up early in the morning is the most difficult thing to do for anyone. For anybody who can wake up early in the morning, this is truly astonishing because 95% of people claim that they do not like waking up early. 20% actually have lost jobs due to the fact that they cannot get up. Literally, the majority of people suffer from this thing called sleep inertia. Sleep inertia is when you do not get enough sleep or you don't go to bed on time. So that when you wake up early in the morning, your body literally feels groggy, disoriented, and it will make itself feel heavier when you're in bed so that you'll stay in bed and get more sleep. Due to the fact that people just can't go to bed early. Right? So also there's a scientific study that showed that people who are early risers to brag about it. So it's a whole thing. It's not. People think My G Pro Superlight has this really cool feature where it sounds like a Morocco. Okay, yeah, that's probably not a good thing. So let's crack this thing open and see what's going on. So the first thing you have to do is take off the stock beat. If you're super careful doing this, you can salvage them. But this was the perfect excuse to replace them
reading
with some new ones. Then we can
4.2
gigs
gigs.
and take apart the shell. Yeah, that's the issue right there. Not gonna lie, I'm really happy it wasn't anything worse. Now we can put the shell back together, throw on the super glides, which these look sick, okay? And now there's no more rattle, and the mouse has never felt smoother. I'll fix it. My G Pro Superlight has this really cool feature where it sounds like a Morocco. Okay, yeah, that's probably not a good thing. So let's crack this thing open and see what's going on. So the first thing you have to do is take off the stock beat. If you're super careful doing this, you can salvage them. But this was the perfect excuse to replace them with some new ones. Then we can unscrew these 6 screws and take apart the shell. Yeah, that's the issue right there. Not gonna lie, I'm really happy it wasn't anything worse. Now we can put the shell back together, throw on the super glides, which these look sick, okay? And now there's no more rattle, and the mount Apple goes, we will put the USB-C port on the new iPad. I was watching this video. Yeah, and it's like, what's the public-facing reason? Oh, well, it's a better port, right? Of course, and you're like, why did you throw me? And then their corporate behind-the-scenes reason. You were salty about this. From the video, the one free frame you got with the fucking cord hanging over that's how people have to charge it. Yeah, it's insane. But yeah, so that's these companies sort of always act in their own self-interest, at least in the U.S., and that's how we have to understand this system. Yeah, what was it behind the real reason Apple? They just decided they wanted to charge $450 for an iPad that didn't deserve to charge that much for it. So they're doing a bunch of things behind the scenes. Obviously, the new port, the new chip, the new color. It's like a slightly updated design. Apple goes, we will put the...
This computer is running completely fine, and that's the problem. This fancy box of RT beauty is in my shop because the customer says it randomly powers off. Something my brain can relate to, but no matter how hard I try, I can't get it to crash. The event log is empty, the RAM is solid and passes every test, the CPU isn't overheating, and it's mounted nice and tight. Well, I guess that's supposed to come off. The GPU cables do look a little loose, and I don't think they're causing issues, but I'll go ahead and tighten them up anyways with my tiny raccoon-like fingers. Now, the only logical reason for this computer behaving is it must know it's in the presence of the greatest technician that's ever lived. Now, the hardest repairs are the ones where you can't reproduce the problem the customers have. And the hardest part about being a self-taught technician is that the instructor didn't know what the fuck he was doing. And it turns out this PC was actually crashing due to a faulty Thunderbolt docking station that was somehow shorting out the USB-C port in the back of the computer. You hate to see it. This computer is running completely fine, and that's the problem. This fancy box of RG beauty is in my shop because the customer says it randomly powers off, something my brain can relate to. But no matter how hard I try, I can't get it to crash. The event log is empty, the RAM is solid and passes every test, the CPU isn't overheating, and it's mounted nice and tight. Well, I guess that's supposed to come off. The GPU cables do look a little loose, and I don't think they're causing issues, but I'll go ahead and tighten them up anyways with my tiny raccoon-like fingers. Now, the only logical reason for this computer behaving is it must know it's in the presence of the greatest technician that's ever lived. Now, the hard repairs are the ones where you can't reproduce the problem the customers have, and the hardest part about being a self-taught tech.
You want. Don't get too tough. For the most simple instruction. There's one product that Nintendo doesn't want you to know they make. This is the new OLED screen Nintendo Switch. Its Joy-Cons are made of a white G10, which is a super durable compressed plastic. Here's where things get crazy. The exact same factory Nintendo manufactures most of its console rack is also a well-known pocket manufacturer. To cut costs, the excess material from Joy-Cons is broken down, then repurposed into these charming white. There's one product that Nintendo doesn't want you to know they make. This is the new OLED screen Nintendo Switch. Its Joy-Cons are made of a white G10, which is a super exact same factory into the manufacturing.
Alright, there we go.
To cut costs, excess material inventory costs is broken, then repurpose. Don't fall for these common tourist scams if you're ever in New York City or other major cities. If you see Elmo or Spider-Man coming charging towards you, then run, because costume scams are probably the most common, easiest way to be robbed in daylight in New York City. As you're trying to take your epic selfies or photos somewhere such as Times Square, the characters will offer you your photos last second, or they'll tell you it's free of charge. Then after, they'll demand you pay an outrageous amount of money, often $20 to $40. If you don't give them the money, they'll get confrontational. That is the mixtape scam. They tell you they're up-and-coming artists and want to give you their mixtape for free to get their work out. Once you grab it, they demand more than an A-list singer charge for a CD at Barnes & Noble in 2005 and get aggressive when you refuse and try to hand it back. Next is the bracelet scam. This can be done by anyone, but in New York City, it's most commonly played out by fake monks. They will approach you offering to bless you with a free bracelet. Simultaneously, without agreeing, they're tying it on your wrist already. Once the free bracelet is secured, they will ask for a small donation of up to $100. With the bracelet stuck on your wrist, you feel pressured to pay. Don't fall for these common tourist scams if you're ever in New York City or other major cities. If you see Elmo or Spider-Man coming charging towards you, then run, because costume scams are probably the most common, easiest way to be robbed in daylight in New York City. As you're trying to take your epic selfies or photos somewhere such as Times Square, the characters will offer you your photos last second, or they'll tell you it's free of charge. Then after, they'll demand you pay an outrageous amount of money, often $20 to $40. If you don't give them the money, they'll get confrontational. That is the mixtape scam. They tell you they're up-and-coming artists and want to give you their mixtape for free to get their work out. Once you grab it, they demand more than an A-list singer charge for a CD at Barnes & Noble in 2005 and get aggressive when you refuse and try to hand it back. Next is the bracelet scam. This can be done by anyone, but in New York City, it's most commonly played out by fake monks. They will approach you offering to bless you with a free bracelet. Simultaneously, without agreeing, they're tying it on your wrist already. Once the free bracelet is secured, they will ask for a small donation of up to $100. With the bracelet stuck on your wrist, you feel pressured to pay. Don't fall for these common tourist scams if you're ever in New York City or other major cities. If you see Elmo or Spider-Man coming charging towards you, then run, because costume scams are probably the most common, easiest way to be robbed in daylight in New York City.
Zach,
Nerd.
it is done.
Good.
No.
Fucking better be done. Virgin. I said it fucking better be done. Virgin. Did you download any mods off the workshop? Bro, every time, for some reason, fucking Black Ops 3 defaults at the absolute highest resolution possible. So, it's going to be making your PC run at like 30 frames. And it does that to me at least every single time I tab out.